Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Michael J. Bragnum Stadium. I'm Robert Bateman alongside Owen O'Keefe and Riley Kennedy, our color commentators here for the night. We have a great varsity boys lacrosse game coming to you as the Liverpool Warriors made the 15-minute travel over to the CNS North Stars home field. To start things off, I'm going to throw things over to Owen, who will give you our keys of the game.
The main key for the game tonight is can Mason Cicerelli keep that hot streak alive? He had 7 of the team's 10 goals in the recent 12-10 loss at FM on Tuesday. And also they got to work together as a team on defense. Got to keep that defense alive together and play as a team.
Yeah, just expanding off that, I think the two-man game between Cimino and Cicerelli is really important. Cimino has 61% of the team's assists, and he assists on 27% of the team's goals. As for Cicerelli, he has 40% of the team's goals, 28 out of 70, and he leads the league in points with 34. But to the keys of the game, press hard on good defensive matchups for CNS, as we see right here down the alley. Don't force bad passes, shots, and turnovers on offense, and just stick true to what CNS is. And as for Liverpool, anticipate the CNS offense. Liverpool has played them twice this season. They have to read the passing lanes and get out quick to the wings, move the ball, and attack the CNS short sticks when on offense. Let's see if CNS can clear the ball here.
And while my analysts were covering their keys for the game, we saw Liverpool win the opening faceoff, but it was a strong defensive effort from CNS who was able to cause a turnover, and now they're looking to attack.
One of the most important things we have to see is if CNS can clear the ball successfully, we'll see if their ride two can hold clear tonight.
We see sophomore Ian Leahy starting things up top for us.
Leahy's a left-handed player, so he's been matched up all when they play teams in this league the second, third time around. Leahy's really been drawing a pull. I want to see if he gets a short stick matchup. He really did phenomenal in their second matchup against Liverpool. He had 5 goals in that contest.
Anthony Cimino with the ball, as Riley mentioned, a massive playmaker for the CNS offense.
CNS is going to try to run a motion offense tonight, try to get it to the backside and attack on the wings, the 15-yard lines. You have to really see if Cimino and Leahy, they'll be on the left side. As for Blakeman, he'll sit on the right side. See if he can have a field day tonight.
Ian Leahy with a quick move inside, fires, and a great save from the Liverpool keeper. That would be number 17, Owen Salinger, a freshman who's made his way onto the varsity lineup here. 56 saves on the season. He's been splitting time with Mark Matat, who has 41 saves on the season. So Liverpool elects to split time with their keepers. Whereas for CNS, we see Giovanni Heater, a personal colleague of ours in the booth, who really controls the net for CNS. He has 85 saves this season, and he's only given up 82 goals, so a positive ratio, which is very unlikely to see in lacrosse.
You hear the coaching sideline call out motion. See Blakeman try to attack him on this wing, move it around.
It's up top with Ian Leahy. Finds Anthony Cimino. To Mason Cicerelli at the X. And Mason Cicerelli comes around the crease, and he's able to bounce that one into the back of the net to open things up for CNS. 1-0 here with 8:52 to go. A beautiful goal from Mason Cicerelli. Owen, what did you see there?
You know, Rob, I said I need to see Mason Cicerelli come in and keep that hot streak alive, and he comes in here open with that opening goal just under 4 minutes into this game. Comes around that left side of the goalie and just rips one in, giving that CNS that 1-0 lead.
Yeah, really what I saw on that, Liverpool defense didn't really try to press down on him. That's, when Cicerelli has 40% of these teams' goals, nobody was really pressing on him. He took that left side, and if no one's going to slide, you shoot that and score.
And we see Liverpool win another face-off here. So they look to equalize this game early on. And a mistake there is that's number 12, Joshua Kubala, able to scoop things up and dish it off to the goalie, Giovanni Heater. Josh Kubala finds number 21, Joe Green, going forward, and there's a turnover.
Look for CNS to push the ball on their clears, especially tonight against a struggling Liverpool.
And a ball inside off the counterattack. That would be number 22 with the finish, Aaron Clothier. or Jake Soccer. It is hard to see the numbers up here. Looks like number 23, Aaron Claudier. Great finish. Liverpool able to capitalize on the counterattack and put that one away.
Yeah, Rob, you see there Liverpool gets the fast break. They got the 2-on-1, just the CNS defender, then Giovanni Heater in goal. They lob it over to Claudier, and he rips one in from Gio's left side and gives Liverpool that 1-1 tie game.
Clothier's 19th goal of the season. Phenomenal 2-on-1 opportunity right there, just finishing. But like I said, look for CNS2, even giving up a goal on that. Look for them to push the ball on their clears really fast up the field.
Elijah Martin able to come away with that face-off right there. So it's CNS's first win in the crease here tonight. Mason Blakeman trying to save it, but he's unable to get there in time, so it will be Liverpool ball.
Rob, I spoke with head coach Michael Felice of the Liverpool Warriors before the game, and he said that they are looking to keep those deep pull sticks on the hands of these CNS attackmen like Mason Blakeman and Mason Cicerelli the entire game. We see that right there, forcing a turnover.
Yeah, super young team. He said it was the most exciting team he's actually ever coached. He's looking towards the future. You know, a lot of ninth graders on this team, sophomores and freshmen. Because Anthony Cimino will control the ball for CNS.
And a great defensive effort right there from Anthony Cimino to get the ball. He finds Ian Leahy up top, inside to Mason Cicerelli. It's bobbled. Ball is around. Looking to see who comes away with it. A great save from Owen Salinger in there.
Push from behind CNS. Loose ball push, CNS will retain possession.
Owen Salinger with a beautiful heads-up save right there. Ball goes over to Mason Cicerelli. To Mason Blakeman. Mason fires and finds the top corner of the net. A beautiful finish from Mason Blakeman to make it CNS 2, Liverpool 1. Owen, what'd you see there?
You know, Rob, Blakeman's been relatively quiet these past few games. You see there, he rips one in from that left side of the field on that goalie's right shoulder. Gets actually on the goalie's left shoulder, top of the net, and rips one in, giving that CNS that 2-1 advantage. You see there, Liverpool works in and out of a zone. You see there, I saw a lot of zone. They found the holes, like Coach Nick Gatto said before the game, and they got in there.
In their first 2 games against Liverpool this season, back in early May, Blakeman had 3 goals in both contests and added an assist their second time around. He sits on the goalie's right side. Look for him to have a phenomenal game. That's what CNS, that's what Gatto said. They're going to attack from the wings. Blakeman sits on that goalie's right side.
And we see CNS win that face-off, but it's turned over. Ball is loose. Liverpool still has it, but it's loose again. Josh Kubala loses a stick in the play, but Nolan Firth able to recover. Nolan, a senior, going to Hobart, really carries this team on defense, does a lot of work, and is an absolute leader on and off the field.
Sun got in that one. Pat's experience playing at Bragman. The sun definitely gets in your eyes running down that side of the field.
And guys, we have to mention, out of the face-offs we've seen so far, we saw Aiden Lawn, who's back from injury, who is a very dominant fogo for the CNS team. He lost his first 2 face-offs, so Coach Nick Gatto decided to give his younger brother, Tanner Lawn, a try, and Tanner has won the past 2 face-offs he's taken.
I think it's definitely tough coming back from injury. You know, a lot of rest off. These guys, you know, they're playing every other day. Sometimes, you know, every couple of days. So for Aiden Long, I give him a bunch of props for coming back and just coming right into the starting position.
Aiden Lawn, a phenomenal face-off player. As we see Joe Green pick that one off and passes a little overthrown. Mason Blakeman able to recover. Finds Anthony Cimino on the right wing. Anthony pointing, looking to set something up here.
Finds CNS has definitely started out fast this game.
Mason Cicerelli working things at the X. Finds Mason Blakeman again, who fires just wide of the net. It will stay CNS ball.
The Wings are going to have a fantastic night for CNS. A fantastic night. Leahy on the left side, Blakeman on the right side. That's Blakeman's 3rd shot already tonight.
Anthony Cimino to start things off here. Looking to create some space. Ball is poked. It's loose. Mason Cicerelli and Anthony Cimino fighting for it, and they'll get to keep it here.
CNS is coming off a loss 2 days ago where they lost to FM 10-12. They were outscored 6-1 in the 3rd quarter, and it ended up losing, like I said, 10-12. There's a goal right there.
And Mason Cicerelli able to find number 3 who actually is not rostered right now. We will get back to you on who that is in a minute. But
Nick Bassesi, number 3, got pulled up from JV. Solid player who's definitely getting some minutes tonight as the teammates are celebrating with him on the sideline.
As you heard, Nick Bassesi, a pull-up from JV, hence why he was not on our rosters, but already making a quick impact after being pulled up to the team.
What a feeling it is to be pulled up from JV, you know, in one of your first couple games and scoring a goal, your first varsity goal. It's a great feeling.
We see Elijah Martin starting things off here. He's really the Swiss Army knife of this team. He just does it all. He finds Mason Blakeman at the X. Mason looks to find his way inside. Misses, but Mason Cicerelli able there to collect that one and start things back up top with Tyler Mazzoli.
CNS has to spread out on offense. There's too much conjunction down in the middle of the field. That's easy for a defenseman to play.
And Mason Blakeman is able to find his way inside. And we mentioned his cold streak after these past few games, and he has proven us wrong with his second goal here tonight, finding his way inside and able to fire that one into the back of the net.
Rob, like Ryan's been saying this night so far, the CNS have a field day with these wings. They can draw out that zone, find a hole, and Blakeman finds a hole on that left side and rips one in past the goal to get his second goal of the night.
Cicerelli's 3rd assist tonight. He only comes in with 6 assists. So to think that a third of your assists can come in one game on the season, 8 minutes in, that's pretty impressive for Cicerelli, a sophomore who does lead the league in
And
points.
we see Aiden Lawn check back in here for this face-off. It's really a fight down low. No one giving it any looseness of the ball here. And we see Liverpool trying to recover. Ball is still loose. It's found its way into Liverpool's defensive end. And it's with Owen Salinger, who fires it up the field to number 31, Gavin Kenna, a freshman to freshman connection. And Liverpool able to find their way inside on the side of the crease. A lackadaisical defensive effort there from CNS, and Liverpool able to convert on that one with Joseph Sacco putting that one away for his 16th goal of the season.
I'll break that play down for you guys. CNS has 2 rides that they do. One's red, which is a 10-man ride where they press and bring Nolan Firth up with the attackman to ride hard, which Gatto has said we'll play it by ear which one we do. The other one is a white, which you guys heard him call. Nolan Firth really plays as a strong kind of safety person back in the backfield, and the ride just wasn't there. And it was a simple backdoor score right on Gio.
To add to that, Riley, you see there, Joe Sacco, the sophomore, comes up, fakes high against Gio, gets him up jumping, then he goes back low and gets the goal in for the Warriors.
Yeah, just coming to the ball just like Sacco did. Sacco's one of the leading players. He's a sophomore on Liverpool. That was his 16th goal of the season. Like I said, it was a collapse in the CNS ride and easy goal for Liverpool.
And we see a timeout here for CNS. Owen, if you're Coach Nick Gatto, what would you be saying to your players right now?
I just say we got to stop getting a little lazy and laxative, like you said earlier on that play call for the defense. They just got a little lazy and Gio left him hanging pretty much for both Liverpool's goals so far. We've seen Gio basically have a one-on-one with the attacksman, That led to a Liverpool goal twice.
And Riley, likewise for you if you're Liverpool's head coach, Michael Felice.
Yeah, if I'm Liverpool in this huddle right now, I'm just telling my players to play strong. They're obviously young, and we know that, but they're playing fast. And I think that CNS is given those 2 goals, Liverpool has capitalized off CNS's mistakes. So really these 2 goals are on CNS, but Liverpool has capitalized on those, like I said, and just keep playing their game. You know, for CNS, I think just slow the ball down. Whatever you pick on your ride, go hard, and make sure you have guys back to play defense.
Couldn't have said it better myself as we see both teams take the field here again.
An interesting matchup we see is Leahy always drawn on a defender, a deep hole, as we say. He's been attacking these deep holes. We want to see him move the ball around, really get, a good opportunity, a good matchup to see where you like it.
He finds Anthony Cimino on the wing. Anthony, a guy who will always find the open man. It's a bit of a high pass, but it's recovered by Mason Blakeman. Over to number 20, Michael Kohler. Michael steps inside.
Dangerous pass. 10-man ride we're seeing right here, calling out red. Watch Nolan Firth in the middle of your screen on the 50-yard line going to the 40. He's going to ride with the attackman.
We see Giovanni Heater come all the way out of the net. You probably cannot see it on your screen, but
this is
he
what
is
they want.
Very high up the field here, leaving CNS very exposed at the back, and it looks to pay off. Nolan Firth able to recover the ball and slow things down for the CNS offense.
That was beautiful. A beautiful ride by CNS.
Giovanni Heater with the ball. Over to Nolan Firth. Nolan, a guy who we can see go coast to coast. He has a couple of goals here on the season. Steps his way down the field, really looking to draw out this Liverpool defense. Finds Anthony Cimino, who always likes to scan the field and look for the open man. Elects to go to Ian Lehue, who fires one at Owen Salinger, but it's a clean save, and Liverpool is able to start their offense here coming out of the back.
To add with that riding you guys were talking about just a second ago is that Coach Gatto came to this game knowing the Liverpool team is very, very young, and they might make some mistakes if they're faced with some pressure, and you see they do a 10-man press or a ride like we would say here in Lacrosse. And they force a mistake, they're giving CNS the ball back.
That's what you want. You want that goalie to make a cross-field pass like that. I mean, CNS's ride, through this first quarter has been very effective.
Jalen Graham carrying the ball across the crease here, looking to fire. And it's saved by Giovanni Heater. Ball is still loose, though. Really no one able to find possession, but Liverpool able to keep it after the quick shot from number 23, Aaron Claudier.
This is honestly one of the first possessions we've seen Liverpool control the ball, and they turn it over right there.
Ball is still loose. No one really able to find possession here. And that is
Elijah Martin.
Elijah Martin, the Swiss Army knife, making his way up the field.
That's a great reference, Rob. A Swiss Army knife. True two-way player, defense and offense.
Pass bobbled by Anthony Cimino, who will scoop up that ground ball.
He's
Works
got that
his way
whole middle of the
inside.
field. Look at him drive.
Bit of a high pass to Elijah Martin.
See if they press here.
Ball is loose in the midfield. Liverpool able to recover, but Nick Ludwig and Elijah Martin there to defend.
50 seconds left on the clock. Look for CNS to attack. Liverpool to attack the CNS short sticks.
Nick Toscano up top with the ball. Over to number 11, Dominic Osbeck. Dominic Osbeck, excuse me. To number 1, Joseph Sacco. Joe working at the X.
Not the matchup if you want for Liverpool. One more.
And it's a loose ball. We see number 16, Tanner Long, working his way to it. And the ball will go out of bounds, and it will stay CNS possession.
Liverpool just looked confused on that last play. You want to hold for the last shot. You don't want to give CNS any opportunities to push and try to score here.
Nick Besessi already has a goal tonight, looking to find another. Finds Anthony Cimino. Over to Mason Cicerelli,
Beautiful
who fires
ball movement, Rob.
just over the net. As Riley said, beautiful ball movement. Anthony Cimino with a quick pass inside to Mason Cicerelli again. It will stay CNS ball at the end of the first quarter.
Rob, you see there twice CNS trying to get a quick goal there. Just under 20 seconds to use there twice. Cimino from the backside of the X finds Cicerelli in the middle. He rips two sidearms. Both go over the net, but hey, CNS is up 4-2 at the end of that first quarter. Got 3 more to go.
And Riley, you mentioned it earlier, CNS's offense playing very fast tonight. Why do you think that is?
I think Coach Gatto knows. I mean, in 2 matchups, when it's your third time around, it's hard. It is very hard in sports to win 3 games, in a row against the same team. But they know. They've studied Liverpool, and I think one of the things that they do is can play fast. And I think it's on that clear especially. You push, you try to penetrate the Liverpool offense, and you don't stop. And if they do stop, work it around. And I don't think CNS has done a great job of that, is to work the ball around. I really think if these players see an opportunity, they've been taking it. I would like to see them in the second quarter kind of work the ball around, see the matchup you like, and attack the matchup.
And, Owen, what do you think Liverpool needs to change if they're going to find themselves back in this game?
I think that zone defense has got to be a lot more versatile and movable. You see there a lot of the times when CNS have scored these 4 goals, there's been holes in the zone that they've just been not shifting or getting rotated correctly, and then CNS finds that hole and rips 4 goals in so far tonight.
Yeah, going off you on, I think you see in those last 2 possessions when Cimino feeds right in the middle to Cicero, that's something that the Liverpool coaching staff has to break down with their team after this quarter. You cannot let 2 passes, the same exact pass, to get to Cicero. Cicero should have finished those goals, but beautiful finds by Anthony Cimino.
One thing Liverpool has done a great job tonight so far is their coach, Michael Fleece, said they want to stay out of the penalty box. And so far, we've seen no penalties from either side, to say that the least.
We see CNS taking the field again, and Liverpool on their way. Tanner Lawn will be out for the opening faceoff alongside Elijah Martin and Nicholas Ludwig. Nick Ludwig, a transfer from CBA, who came last year to play lacrosse here for CNS, but the season was canceled, and he's finally getting his time to shine this year.
I feel, Rob, that we didn't really get to see a Liverpool offense in this first quarter. They're obviously 0-8 in the league, trying to find their identity, being super young, as Liverpool head coach had mentioned pregame. But we didn't really get to see a Liverpool offense. We got to see them on 1 possession, then they threw the ball out of bounds on the sideline with 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So I want to see Liverpool try to control the ball on offense.
And Tanner Lawn wins this face-off and finds Anthony Cimino very quickly. Goes to Mason Cicerelli at the X.
Cicerelli had a beautiful night 2 nights ago against FM, as I was mentioning earlier in the broadcast. He had 7 goals against FM as CNS just turned the ball over there. And like I said, Rob, CNS really hasn't worked the ball around yet.
And we see number 11, Dominic Osbeck, starting things off. Liverpool really working to work things here around the back. Over to number 10, Owen Mashad. Excuse me.
This is one of my keys. CNS has to press out on this. He's going to dodge him right here.
Number 1, Joseph Sacco, able to keep it.
I think a key for Liverpool to win this game is to stretch CNS out the width of the field. You have to stretch the CNS defense out in the width of the field. You have to attack their short sticks. Have to attack their short sticks. Make CNS play out. And you'll beat them because you have to force a slide. In the game of lacrosse, force a slide, and before the slide comes, shoot it.
Osbeck gets around Leahy. Ball is with Toscano. Toscano looking to make something happen. Finds number 23.
The refs have been lenient. The refs have certainly been lenient in this game, Rob.
That one is fired wide by Sacco, and it will stay Liverpool possession. As Riley said, the refs really letting these boys play tonight, which you love to see in such a heated rivalry between CNS and Liverpool.
Again, could have been called up around the neck. Sacco had a really good night last time they played CNS in their loss. They lost 15-10 CNS the second time they played them. Sacco had 4 goals and 3 assists. He's going to be guarded by a pole tonight.
Guys like Elijah Martin will really enjoy having refs that let them play more. Elijah, we really see, he's very aggressive on offense and defense and tends to make a lot of plays happen, but it can be risky as he does occasionally get called. We see Elijah.
I like that double from Kubala. If you're going to double, stay on the double, and Kubala did that there.
A beautiful check right there, slash, excuse me.
Play fast.
And Nolan Firth really looking to stretch the field. Dusts his man. Takes it across the 30, into the 20. Finds Anthony Cimino. Inside, bobbled by Mason Cicerelli. Ball is still loose, and it's collected by Owen Salinger.
For Nolan, this is important. He has to get in the hole. Elijah Martin has to get in the hole. You get tempted. The ball's out on the field. It's a fast break. You want to swing your stick to try to get the ball out, but you have to get in the hole to help your defense out. Beautiful recovery by CNS on that.
Ball goes to the X. Sacco comes around the crease looking to make something happen inside. Elects to go to Owen Mashad. Back to Jalen Graham.
You know, a lot of the times here with the CNS, as soon as they're getting back on defense, you see Michael Cole usually get pulled off and the long stick midfielder Nicholas Ludwig go in. What we see here, they didn't get the switch in quick enough. Michael Cole is playing a great job with that short stick defensively wise.
Liverpool able to recover this get back and will keep the ball here.
I think Robin Gradley, once CNS gets back on offense, their passes tonight have not been super crisp. See a lot of passes getting overthrown or underthrown again, or even getting deflected, and that results in a turnover, which is not great for the CNS offense.
CNS, you can see on defense, is anticipating the passes. That's crucial in the game of lacrosse. Anticipating the pass. Here the refs call. First flag on the night. He'll be called for a slash.
That was Joe Green, I'd assume, and Liverpool will look to capitalize on this free possession they have.
Rob, it's hard for a long possession. You know, the defense kind of gets lazy. It's not that they get lazy, but it gets tough, and your lazy tendencies come out. That was tough.
Riley, especially in the heat here tonight. It's 84 degrees out. Some of the hottest weather we've had in Syracuse this year, and it is partly cloudy, but the sun still shines through. And, you know, these guys in all their gear, they can get very hot, and that will make you very tired very quickly. So long possessions can really drain this team.
Let's see if Liverpool can capitalize on this man-up opportunity. CNS has done a good job in the past with their man down. Like I said, reading the passing lanes, keeping their sticks up on defense. One thing I want to see is if they can kill this man up, who takes the ball and who clears it up.
We see Jaden Greco step in for Joe Green in this man-down situation.
Elijah Martin shutting out Clothier. Smart decision. He's one of their best players for Liverpool. Make the game a 5-on-4.
Speaking of these best players in Liverpool, Riley, you got Joe Sacco and Aaron Cloutier, both sophomores, the two leaders in goals and assists, it looks like, for this Liverpool offense.
Jalen Graham fires that one wide, and number 11, Dominic Osbeck, will start things off for us here. Over to Sacco. Sacco looking to slow things down, which is a questionable decision when you have this 1-minute penalty.
You have to move on man up. You have to move. Be active on the crease. Good take.
And it's fired just wide by Toscano. But it will stay Liverpool ball. You see R.J. Davis looking to check in any second here. And he's off. Looking to get back into this offense. And Josh Kubala with a very physical play and able to get the ball back for CNS as R.J. starts things off. R.J. committed to Cortland for running, so you'll see him really fly up and down the field. I've personally never seen the kid get tired. He's a very close friend of mine. Very great spike ball player.
Yeah, he's staying in on offense. You do definitely want to switch out to your offensive personnel.
Mason Blakeman fires that one off the post after losing his footing there.
And Basassi checking in the game again.
Mason Cicerelli to start things off. Steps inside, fires, and a great save by Owen Salinger. Ball is still loose, and it's recovered by Owen Salinger at the back. He fires this one forward and finds number 11,
They have to get
Osbeck.
in.
Inside to number 10. A great save from Giovanni Heater, able to keep that one out of the net.
Rob, that was good for Liverpool. That was a good play. Yeah, he didn't score, but that was the right idea.
Gentlemen, we are almost 7 minutes into the second quarter here, and we've still yet to see a goal so far in the second quarter as Giovanni Heater makes another save. We see number 28, Jordan Miller, with the ball here, who finds Mason Cicerelli over to Anthony Samina.
I want to see the CNS offense work the ball around. See the matchups you like. Get a touch on the ball. Get everybody involved. That's the hardest thing for a defenseman. When the offense moves, everybody gets a touch.
Elijah Martin, we see check in. Besessi up top. Elects to fire, and it's saved by Owen Salinger, but you never know.
Not the shot you're looking for.
The key thing with the CNS offense tonight, since Liverpool is going to be in this zone, is to get those crisp passes and not any incompleted passes, because the more passes you are able to get through on, the more that zone will move and the more holes that will open up for the CNS to take shots through.
Ball is loose. Nick Toscano comes away with it. Inside to number 1. Joseph Sacco is able to score the first goal of this second quarter for Liverpool, making it CNS 4, Liverpool 3, with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in this first half.
Rob, Liverpool is sticking in this game. They're doing the things that Liverpool has to do to win the game. And they're capitalizing on CNS's mistakes. And that's one of the most important things in any sport, but especially lacrosse. Capitalize on the other team's mistakes, and Liverpool is doing that perfectly. But Owen, going back to CNS's last possession, expanding off what you said, in a zone, those are the shots Liverpool wants CNS to take. Wasn't the greatest shot to take, an outside shot, try to get the ball around, try to feed the middle of the field, try to get the wings involved like we saw, especially in the first quarter. But that's what you want on a zone, to try to get those outside shots.
And we see a very tedious face-off fight there as Liverpool's able to come away with it. Liverpool really looking to score here and equalize this game going into the second half.
Robbie here, Coach Felice for Liverpool said, find your matchup. Find the short sticks. Find the weak link in the defense.
I think we could see some shots here from either Nick Toscano or...
Toscano's going to take him right here.
Toscano gets inside across the crease, and a beautiful save by Giovanni Heater.
That is the matchup, Rob. That is the matchup that we're looking at. Not just Toscano taking on Davis in that situation, but attack the short sticks. Attack the matchups you want, and that's what Felice for Liverpool just told his team.
Josh Cabal carries this one up the field and finds Nolan Firth. And looks like Coach Nick Gatto electing to take his second time out of the half.
If I'm Liverpool right now, I'm telling my team, this is exactly the game we want to play. We have this situation. We're down by 1 with 3 minutes left going into halftime. Stop CNS here. See if you can force them to make a bad pass. That was one of my keys to the game for CNS. Don't force bad passes. Don't force bad shots and turnovers.
And Owen, if you're Coach Nick Gatto, what are you telling the boys in the huddle right now with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in this first half?
Sorry, Rod. This biggest thing I'm seeing with this second quarter from CNS is their passes are not being executed. And if you can't execute the passes, which is CNS scores a lot of assisted goals, you're not going to be able to score the ball. As we see, they've gone almost 9 minutes scoreless in this second quarter. And also, there's one thing I want to point out. The CNS has been struggling with draws lately, but they're actually leading the draws right now in this game 5-4, which is the reason why they could be up 1 this game.
Face-offs are a very critical thing here in lacrosse, and you never know. If you lose face-offs, you don't get possession very often, and if you don't have possession, it's very hard to score. Riley, you did play lacrosse, I'm a soccer player personally. Got soccer on the mind. But Riley, how crucial were face-offs in your playing career?
Crucial. We had one of our best, Nolan Firth's older brother, Joel, who's a sophomore actually at Lemoyne right now. Phenomenal player. He faced off for us. And he was a phenomenal face-off, one of the best in the league, one of the best in the section, a two-way player. It's crucial. And it's crucial for your wings to be involved, too. Talk to the face-off guy. Where do you want me coming in? Do you want me coming in straight? Do you want me coming in behind you? What do you want? Talk to him. The key to lacrosse is talking. Talk to your face-off guy. Talk on offense. Talk on defense. Talk. Just talk.
And we see Ian Leahy working on the wing here. Finds Anthony Semino, who hasn't been in the X much tonight, but we tend to see him there during the game. Up to Tyler Mazzoli, who finds Mason Cicerelli. Pass is bobbled by Mason Blakeman, and it will be Liverpool ball. A wasted possession there as Mason Cicerelli able to find his way back with it. Elects to keep it, finds the inside. Ball is bobbled by Mason Blakeman. Still loose, Elijah Martin comes away with it.
Rob, as much as face-offs are important, ground balls win you games. Goals win you games.
And Elijah Martin going through the contact. I mentioned earlier how he's very aggressive, and you see it there. He's able to get through the contact, gets fouled on the play, but still able to find the back of the net with the low shot.
Goals win you games. Offense wins you games. Ground balls are the most important thing in lacrosse. Martin got the ball, quickly shot it. That's one of the best things that you can do. Have your head up, especially when you pick up that ground ball. Who's open? Run to green. Run to open space. What Martin did on that, he picked it up to his head, shot it right away.
Now, Rob,
beautiful play.
Sorry about that, Riley. With Felice there, he says those are the shots that he wants. That's those CNS guys taking those deep shots. You see there with the ground ball, the zone gets discombobulated, and you see the deep shot that Liverpool wants those to be taken by CNS. Or Elijah gets one low and quick, and gets that CNS goal for them.
And how beneficial was that goal? Elijah Martin not only scores there, but there also was a foul on Liverpool. So they have a 1-minute penalty now, and they'll be a man down.
Yeah, Rob, you want it, Riley?
No. Owen, take it away.
Again, that's huge for CNC. They get the goal. They're giving that two goal lead, and also gets Liverpool that man down, so they can try and get another one here with the 2.5 minutes left in this first half as it comes to a close.
Yeah, I actually think the penalty will be wiped out with that goal. Not real sure. Both teams are in the huddle. Normally, I don't know if it was after the play if they called the flag or if it was before the play. If it was after, then it would be a minute penalty. If it was before, when Martin picked it up and shot it, it would be wiped out. So we have to see if the penalty is still held with this. But if it is, it's really crucial, Rob. I mean, they're up 2 goals going into that. I mean, you want to be up as much as you can be going into halftime. But, no, it was a beautiful goal by Martin.
And Riley, Liverpool was a man down. That's why I mentioned it. So we will see them play a man down for the last minute of 2 of these minutes in the first half, which can be very crucial, especially if you're looking for a goal here. And Owen, if you're Liverpool, what are you talking over in the huddle after giving up such an amazing shot by Elijah Martin?
I honestly, if I'm Coach Felice, I wouldn't even be that. I'd be obviously be upset with that goal, but you got to respect that Elijah Martin came out with the ground ball like that and took that deep 10 to 15 yard shot for the CNS North Stars. Just a great goal by Elijah. If I'm Coach Felice, I'd say, hey, that's a great shot by CNS. You can't do much about it. Just keep looking forward. Get to the next defensive possession. Excuse me.
We see the teams take the field here again. It will start off as Liverpool ball, looking to score in this last 2.5 minutes of the first half. Possibly score 2 and tie things up. You never know. CNS also looking to score. As Riley said, you want to have as many goals as you can. And as almost all sports go, the higher scorer wins, with the exception of games like golf and many other sports. Well, few other sports, excuse me.
When you double, you pick a left side. Player plays the left side, and you play the right side. That was perfect. A perfect double by CNS.
Liverpool able to keep it, though, and Claudier shoots. And Liverpool get back.
And it does look like Liverpool is a man down, like we had the confusion about, and it looks like they are a man down.
Mashad to start things off. Finds Sacco on the wing. See Toscano move to the X.
They're going to pin him in the corner. Pick a left side, pick a right side. Good timeout. Timeout by Liverpool.
A timeout by Liverpool. Really saving themselves possession there as you see them pinned in the corner. So, Riley, what do you think they'll talk over quickly if you're Liverpool?
Well, Rob, minute 47 left. Honestly, I want to hold for the last shot. I've been stressing this, the whole game for both teams, and obviously it's only a 5-3 game. But for Liverpool, I want to work the ball around. I want to see my matchups. You've seen the Liverpool coaching staff stress and yell, find your matchups. And that's what the game of lacrosse is. Find the weak link in the defense. Find the weak link. Find your matchup. And for Liverpool, you have to find the CNS short sticks. You have to find the CNS short sticks and attack them. Make CNS play the width of the field. CNS struggles when you pull them out.
And Owen, likewise for CNS, what do you think they're going over in the huddle right here?
I'm just saying, if I'm CNS, I want to keep that defensive pressure. Don't even let Liverpool get anywhere near our keeper, Giovanni Heater. Just keep up that pressure. We see a great right here by what looks like Nolan Firth and Jordan Miller there in the corner pinning Joe Sacco to force that Liverpool timeout. We see we have a 5-3 ball game, minute 47 left. Players coming out of timeout. Let's see if Sands keeps that pressure up. Doesn't Liverpool anywhere near that goal, and they just get the possession back to go into that second half.
And for CNS, since they're man up, Kubala's going to play the left. Firth is going to play the right. See if they can trap him again. You cannot use a sideline. If I was a coaching staff, I'd definitely be stressing this. They're going to push him out of bounds right here. There it is.
And as Riley uses his magic, which we see over and over, and he calls the exact play that's going to happen. We don't see it often with me, Owen, Kyle, even Gio, but Riley just has this 2 cents, and he's able to see the play before it even happens.
Honestly, for offense, when you're man down, you have to stress to your players, come to the ball, help your player out. If it's clearing, if it's riding. I mean, in the game of lacrosse, come to the ball and help each other out. Nobody helped him out. They left him stranded to dry on an island.
And we see Tyler Mazzoli with the ball here up top. Finds Michael Kohler. Could really attack the space here. Back to Mason Cicerelli in the X. Over to Mason Blakeman. Tyler Mazzoli with some time here. Looks to move things forward.
Looking for the two-man game.
Michael Kohler with that on the wing. Elects to go up top to Ian Leahy. Looks like CNS will be holding out for the last shot here. Ian Leahy steps inside and fires that one over. Maybe a rush shot.
If I'm Leahy, I'm going to go on the left side of the field. You're a left-handed player. You're matched up against a short stick, which has not happened these past couple games. Draw your short stick out and take him.
Mason Cicerelli working around the crease. Fires over the shoulder. It's saved by Owen Sellinger. Ball is still loose. It's bobbled. Michael Kohler in hot pursuit. Able to get there in a massive tackle, but he will be flagged. A little frustration shown there by the CNS sideline as they thought it was a fair play.
One thing I like to see, I saw that CNS offense there. Usually we have Semino on the X and Cicerelli in the middle receiving those passes. But see, the opposite. It's Semino in the middle and Cicerelli on the X. Wondering what enforcer made that decision for Gatto to make that play call. But hey, it almost worked out for the goal for CNS.
And you'll see CNS be a man down here for this last 21 seconds of the half. Liverpool really will have to work their way inside and get a shot off at least here.
Honestly, if I'm Liverpool, I'm actually saving it for the second half because the penalty will carry over. If you do not have a good shot, you save it. I would hold it. And if the ball goes in midair, it's a dead possession. This is a smart play by Liverpool. Hold the ball. Play for the second half. You're going to be man up for the second half to start the second half.
So Liverpool will have about 40 seconds to start that second half with a man up.
And as you see, CNS 5, Liverpool 3. Great half of lacrosse for both teams. It's a tight game, which you always love to see if you're fans. If you're fans of one or the other team, you usually would like to see your team up. But as a unbiased fan, I love to see close games. And make sure to stay tuned as we'll come back to you after the second half. Welcome back to the North Stars Network, and thank you for tuning in. Once again, I'm Robert Bateman alongside Owen O'Keefe and Riley Kennedy. So I'm just going to open it up straight to you guys. Riley, what did we see in that first half of lacrosse?
Well, Rob, what we saw in the first half was CNS didn't control the ball on offense. They beat themselves up a little bit in the first half, but their defense played good. So it was kind of a tale of two different teams. The CNS offense couldn't control the ball, but the CNS defense helped them out. And it's kind of been a story of this season. But as for Liverpool, I'm not mad at all. I mean, you're down by 2. You've kind of gotten blown out both times against CNS, and you're capitalizing off CNS's mistakes. I think it's been a good half for Liverpool.
And we see Liverpool start things off here. CNS gets their man back. They were a man down for the first start of the half, and they get R.J. Davis to check onto the field with Josh Kubala working things. Elijah Martin finding Jaden Greco going forward.
Pass it down the side.
And a very overthrown pass, so it will be Liverpool ball. And Owen, you have a update from Liverpool High School where CNS's girls lacrosse team takes on Liverpool's girls lacrosse team.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring us across town to where the girls, like you said, are playing at Liverpool. And Liverpool is currently beating the girls team 17-9. This is the third matchup for both boys and girls tonight. The girls won both times against Liverpool, and now they see themselves with an 8-point deficit with 14 minutes left in the second half. All I can say is good luck to these Lady North Stars in the last 14 minutes. Hope they somehow pull out this comeback and come back with a W.
Oh, and I'll tell you, lacrosse is a game of runs. Basketball is a game of runs, but I mean lacrosse, it's such a game of runs. And, you can't count out any team down by a lot in the game of lacrosse.
And we see a quick heads-up save from Giovanni Heater, who throws a great pass to Nolan Firth, who looks to take things up the field and fires. It's saved by Owen Seliger, but Mason Cicerelli is able to recover it. He works around the back.
You know what, Rob? That was a good take because an executed fast break, you hit the point man, it's a 4-on-3, you hit the point man, wherever the slide comes from, you dump it down, you might get it to the backside. Nobody drew to Nolan. Nolan Firth did not draw anybody. Take that shot. Take it every time if nobody draws on you.
And we see Mason Blakeman inside, not really getting a gap, but Ian Leahy thinks he does. And it will stay CNS ball as Mason Cicerelli is there for the get back.
This zone for Liverpool is working very well. They ride up once that CNS player has the ball. Once they lose it, they'll sometimes see a double team once that CNS player has the ball. Once that ball is passed away, they drop back and try and protect their goalie, as you see a lot here. Very compressed zone, but it'll spread out towards the ball side.
And Mason Cicerelli with a spinning shot. It's fired just wide of the post, and will stay CNS ball as Anthony Semino is there for the get back this time.
Look for the midfielders to come high and cut down. Look for one to cut and then another person to replace him.
Mason Blakeman up top, fires, sent over the goal, and it will stay CNS ball.
We're seeing a great defensive possession here from that freshman goalie for Liverpool, Owen Salinger. He's getting a great job to get his stick on the ball, deflecting them all. CNS is getting all these get backs. See if Liverpool can get a get back or just a complete stop here on defense.
Mason Cicerelli inside, and he's able to find the bottom corner for his first goal of the night. He has 3 assists so far. He's been held scoreless, but he finds the back of the net here.
Correction there, Rob. It's actually Mason's second goal of the night. Coming off, like we've mentioned many times, that 7-goal game against FM. Giving CNS now that 6-3 lead with the second goal of the night. He finds that hole, gets his body inside, and rips one in on that Liverpool goalie.
You have to be active on offense, especially out of an out-of-bounds play. Semino will find you if you're open. And for Cicerelli, he's just moving on offense, and he was right on the crease, and it was easy. That's Semino's first stat of the night, though.
And we see a loose ball, and it's fired up the field. Ball is popped up, and Nolan Firth comes away with it. No, he doesn't. He bobbles it. Bobbled again. Ball is still loose. Giovanni Heater now fighting for it. Ball is still loose.
This could get ugly.
And R.J. Davis able to come away with it.
Two hands on your stick running up the field.
That is a huge ground ball get for CNS. He saw Giovanni Heater come out of goal. Nolan Firth tried to replace him. I'd say they're lucky that R.J. Davis was able to come away with that ground ball.
And we see R.J. Davis lose his stick, and Liverpool comes away with it.
This is sloppy lacrosse. This is sloppy lacrosse.
We find Anthony Cimino. Anthony, who got himself an assist on the last goal, a guy who has a major amount of assists for this CNS team. He really is the playmaker of this offense.
He's a huge contributor to this team. See, Leahy has to catch the ball right-handed and shoot right-handed. You have to. Coming from that side. Again, he caught the ball left-handed. It's just so easy for a defenseman to play that. If you're coming on that side, you have to keep the stick in your right hand. You can roll back left-handed, but you have to keep it in your right hand.
Abbott, you're saying rather with how quickly this Liverpool defense seems to be shifting and how tight it is and how quick they are to react. If Ian Leahy's going to catch left-handed, he's got to shoot left-handed, and they're receptacle for the right. If he's going to catch right, he's got to shoot right. Because that Liverpool defense is going to adjust very quickly, and he's not going to be able to get that shot off or get a good shot that these coaches and Liverpool or CNS team, wants to see.
And we see a loose ball. It will stay CNS as Anthony is able to recover it.
Stay active. Stay active on this out-of-bounds play. He will find you.
He elects to go up top to Tyler Mazzoli, over to Ian Leahy.
I like this matchup. Sweep. If you're Leahy, sweep to your left hand. Give it back to him.
Finds Mason Blakeman. Pass is bobbled. Nolan Firth ready to recover. And it will be Liverpool ball.
These are just sloppy passes on both ends, sloppy lacrosse on both sides, like Riley has mentioned earlier in this second half.
We see Nick Toscano check in and receive the ball here.
Mazzoli's an offensive midfielder. Look for Toscano. I would stay on this double. That was smart.
And CNS able to come away with it. We see Caleb Martin check in very quickly and make a great defensive play to win CNS the ball back.
Yeah, that's huge. And I don't know if that's Caleb Martin's first shift of the night, but that was a huge double because Toscano would have took, you work the ball around, Mazzoli's an offensive midfielder, you would have took that matchup.
With this Liverpool zone, I'm seeing a lot of CNS from this early second half. They're not moving, just like basketball. If you just don't pass the ball in basketball against a 2-3 zone, that 2-3 is just going to sit there and just laugh in your face.
This is the matchup actually I was just talking about.
Toscano gets around Mazzoli.
I'm taking it to the
coming
mat.
Across the crease. And he loses it. It's loose, and Elijah Martin, the Swiss Army knife, finds it on the defensive end. He's going to rush his way to the attacking end where he is very lethal. Finds Mason Blakeman. Over to Mason Cicerelli.
That was a good catch.
Inside and finds the top corner of the net. Loses his feet, is able to put it over his shoulder for the goal. And there was a flag on the play. We're waiting to see the call.
Rob, that's an and one.
You heard it best. Riley Kennedy, an and one. Now, Liverpool possibly be a man down for the next minute. But credit to Mason Cicerelli there. Shooting over his shoulder because he has the best angle there and finding the top corner of the net. But before we move on, what about Elijah Martin? Working on the defensive end and springing that counterattack.
That's hard to do, Rob. That really is hard to be a two-way player, especially when you're playing really good on defense. You're playing really good on offense. I liked how he didn't push it, didn't push it to the middle of the field, and I like how he moved it. There's another flag.
And Tanner Long comes away with it. CNS will look to capitalize on this free possession.
All I'm going to say is that there's a reason why Mason Cicerelli might wear number 33. He is a hat-trick machine as he gets his hat trick for the night tonight.
Yeah, 3 goals and 3 assists.
Really an all-around performance, guys.
Yeah, and if I'm CNS, I'm the marker, the flag has been thrown, you find your matchup. And the ball can hit the ground.
Over to Tanner Long. It's loose.
Hopefully he keeps it over.
It stays. Mason Cicerelli taking off his feet. There was a flag on the play like we mentioned earlier, so it will stay CNS ball.
What I'm looking here is number 1, Mason Blakeman on the right side. For 2, I'm looking for Cimino to feed the ball. And 3, I'm also looking at Leahy on the left side of the field. All these, their man up is good. They're gonna eat away at this Liverpool defense if they don't turn the ball over.
We saw out there number 31, the freshman Gavin Kenna getting called for the slash. he'll sit his 1 minute out for the Liverpool Warriors. CNS is the man up right now. This is the time to score for the North Stars.
And Mason Cicerelli does just that. Anthony Cimino finds him on the inside, and Mason Cicerelli elects to go low and find the bottom corner of Owen Seliger's net.
We have talked about the dynamic duo of Mason Cicerelli and Anthony Cimino all night. We see it work there again. Mason getting his second goal back-to-back in this first quarter of the second half. Giving CNS that 8-3 lead. Riley, what did you see there?
That is hard. That was a hard pass to make. When you're up there and sticks are up high, you have to read that defense so good. You have to anticipate what the defense is going to do. And you just saw Cicerelli sneaking up just a little bit on the crease. I mean, it was beautiful executed play, but that was a hard lacrosse play to make.
And a quick face-off win for Liverpool as they look to take things upfield. They go to the X. Josh Kabala there to defend.
I'm not panicking if I'm Liverpool, but I'm also not going to stay back and not really pressure. But I'm not panicking, but I am a little bit worried. There's a good matchup here.
Jalen Grant looking
He's
to
really
work things
stretching
up
him out.
top. RJ Davis, very quick-footed. Like I mentioned earlier, going to Cortland for Lacrosse when he gets beat. But Giovanni Heater with another amazing save. And guys, how safe must you feel with Giovanni Heater standing in your net?
I'd feel very safe, but that was a great play by Jalen Graham. You saw he had the short stick on him and RJ Davis, and he just tried to attack. Just a great save.
And what a finish by Mason Cicerelli. He catches it inside, spins over his left shoulder, and fires that into the back of the net. Mason Cicerelli, what a performance.
You can see why number 33, the sophomore, Mason Cicerelli, is leading the league in points and tied for goals in this SCAC Metro League here in Central New York. He's just a fantastic lacrosse player. Gets his fourth goal of the night. He's having, or fifth goal might be, excuse me. He's having a great night tonight. Thank you, Riley. Let's see what did you see there?
Cicerelli's a video game. Cicerelli's literally a video game. He will shoot whenever he wants. He'll shoot however he wants, and Cimino will find him. This is the best duo in this league. The best duo in this league. I mean, it's like watching a video game.
I couldn't agree more with you there, Riley. Anthony Cimino, not one to score a lot of goals, but there's a reason why he's going to St. Bynes to play lacrosse. His court vision, or field vision, I should say, is insane and unmatched. Anything unlike I've seen here in Section 3 lacrosse.
And we see a foul on the face-off, so Liverpool will get to start with it. We see number 11, Dominic Osbeck, slowing things down. Over to Jalen Graham. Liverpool really stretching out their offense here.
Yeah, make CNS play the width of the field. Stretch them out. I mean, you want slides. That's the game of lacrosse.
Dominic Osbeck coming around. Pass finds a way inside. Off Giovanni Heater's crossbar and all the way over to the other half. And Mason Cicerelli, there he is again. Comes away with it. He's pushed out of bounds, so it will be Liverpool ball, but a very heads-up play there.
Timeout, CNS.
That was a great defensive play there by Owen Atchie for Liverpool. He sees Mason Cicerelli going for that loose ball on the sideline. Just gives him a little love tap, a little shove out of bounds. Gets Liverpool that possession. As you mentioned, we see CNS take their first timeout of this half.
Yeah, if I'm Liverpool in this huddle, I'm in a panic mode. Panic mode is set in, down by 6, 3.5 minutes left. I just don't think there's much life for Liverpool going. But that's not to say keep playing your style of lacrosse. Attack the short sticks. Stretch CNS's defense. The thing that's different in this quarter is CNS is not forcing turnovers on offense like they did in the first half. And Liverpool can't obviously capitalize if CNS is not forcing turnovers.
And guys, I would like to go back to your keys of the game and just to reiterate over those and evaluate how each team is doing. So Owen, we'll start with you. How do you think CNS has done really following those keys of the game and if they've executed on what you think they needed to?
Well, Rob, my keys were Kansas really keep the hot streak alive. We see him score the 4 unanswered goals in a row in this CNS run in the second half. And also, I'd say they're working together pretty well as a team on defense. We see them all help each other out. We saw when Giovanni Heater comes out, Nolan Firth took his place, stepped in there, and they've gone scoreless for Liverpool in this first quarter of the second half, third quarter, excuse me.
Rob, I have 5 keys to the game for CNS as the whistle's blown. I'm going to read all of them. Run the ball through Cimino on offense. Check mark. Two-man game between Cimino and Cicero. Check mark. Attackmen need to ride hard and cause turnovers. Check mark. Press hard on good defensive matchups. Check mark. Don't force bad passes, shots, and turnovers. Check mark, because they are not doing that in this second half.
And Ian Leahy fires a moonshot there. That one got away from a little bit, and it will stay CNS ball as Mason Blakeman's there for the get back.
We're seeing a lot crisper, a lot smoother, a lot more controlled and disciplined CNS offense and defense so far in the second half, and I love to see it as a North Star.
Michael Kohler working around the crease.
That's a beautiful pass.
Finds Ian Leahy. Anthony Cimino with a beautiful pass, like you heard my colleague Riley Kennedy say. Ian Leahy.
That is a hard pass to make. Right over the crossbar. The goalie stick should be up. That is a hard pass if you guys are watching at home.
Anthony Cimino working inside. Not a guy we see shoot a lot, but he does make so many opportunities. Mason Cicerelli saved. The shot saved by Owen Sellinger. Michael Kohler stepping inside and loses it.
I'm getting in the hole if I'm the midfield. I'm getting in the hole. Do not swing at his stick.
It's up to Aaron Clothier. Steps inside, and Giovanni Heater with another big save.
Great game tonight so far from Heater. Only 3 goals allowed, and two of them were just one-on-ones where it was a very hard decision for him to try and make. I would say all these CNS seniors have one heck of a senior night so far tonight.
Dominic Osbeck with the ball here at the top of your screen. Over to Nick Toscano. Finds its way to Aaron Clothier.
Clothier needs to take this. Hard lefty.
Joe Green was not letting that happen as the ball rolls out of bounds. Looks like Liverpool will get the get back.
Is Clothier a Canadian name?
That's a great question.
I believe so.
Clothier is a left-handed, strong left-handed. That's why I bring that up is playing in Canada, it's a different sport of lacrosse from Canada to the United States, and those Canadian players are one-handed. Clothier is a really one-handed, left-handed player. Good player.
Young. He's got time to develop. 2 more years till he
Oh,
graduates.
yeah, 100%. I mean, he's drawing the best defenseman every game. He's just, that's like a box. I feel like he played good in box lacrosse.
And Michael Kohler fires that one, and Owen Sellinger, who's really had a great game. He has given up 9 goals, but the amount of saves he has here tonight is very impressive for a freshman.
We were seeing great games, great defensive possessions from both goalies here tonight. We see Joe Heater getting a defensive stance.
Oh.
He's got to take that one, Riley.
I would say I would have took that and not have passed it.
And Jalen Graham steps inside and finds the top corner of Giovanni Heater's net to make it CNS 9, Liverpool 4. He ends the scoring drought that they've gone through in this first quarter, or this third quarter, excuse me, with only 32 seconds left. That was a very necessary goal if you're Liverpool. And Riley, how do you think they will spring themselves forward coming off of this?
Win the face-off, that'd be huge. No, but Liverpool needs to control the ball on offense, and they control that whole possession. And, I mean, attack the short sticks, win the face-off. They did not win this face-off. That was a violation. It's going to be hard for Liverpool to get back into this game.
As Riley just said, there was a violation, so it will stay CNS ball. So they look to extend this lead and put Liverpool out of reach, if possible.
Bassessi's getting minutes tonight for CNS. He really is. He's been a huge contributor tonight. Push it right to the middle. Just pass it.
And that marks the end of the third quarter. It is CNS 9, Liverpool 4. We saw Liverpool score right at the end of that quarter to bring this game slightly tighter. And Owen, if you're Liverpool, what do you think they need to change to come back into this game with going into these final 12 minutes?
I think their biggest problem right now is number 33, Mason Cicerelli. He is just tearing up that Liverpool zone. And I'd almost try and switch to man. Just get your best defender on Cicerelli. Just don't even almost like running like a box one in basketball. Don't just pressure him. Let anyone else try and do something. Even though CNS has great attacksmen along with Cicero, I like Mason Blakeman and Ian Leahy. On the offensive side, I just try and keep tacking that short stick like you see there. Jalen Graham did and got the goal to give them end that scoring drought. But they just got to keep being aggressive on both sides of the ball.
And Riley, over to you. What should we expect to see from CNS for the rest of this game?
Hold the ball, Rob. Hold the ball. 3 words, 3 simple words that they did not do in the third quarter. You know, I want to talk about the game. I've got an option to talk about it, and I've got a, fast-paced game. On Tuesday, they lost to FM 12-10. They got outscored in the third quarter 6-1. They were up 6-3 at half. Coming out of that, you have to hold the ball on offense. Now, that doesn't mean stall, but it means work the ball around, find your matchup. CNS didn't do that against FM. They played them even in the fourth quarter, so they would have won the game. But, hold the ball here. And I'm not, like I said, I didn't say stall, but work the ball around. As being a short stick defensive midfielder, the hardest thing to guard is people moving on offense. Just move. Constantly move. I mean, Cimino and Cicerelli do an amazing job of that, and the midfielders as well. But just move. Move the ball. Hold the ball. If you have a good matchup, take it. Take good shots. Don't force shots, and you come away with a victory.
And, gentlemen, it would be criminal not to mention how many fans are in the stadium here tonight. It's great to see fans back in the stadium, each player getting 4 fans. And it really packs Michael J. Bragnum Stadium back to some normalcy, and you love to see it. As things get very physical here, as flags are flying and boys are dropping, and the whistle is blown.
When you're down by a lot, Rob, things get chippy. It's just a sport of lacrosse. Things get chippy down the stretch of the game when you're losing, when it's not real tight. People's laziness, I shouldn't say, but some people's tendencies of hitting people come out. We have to watch that.
And, Riley, we've seen things get chippy between these two squads before, as during the football season, Liverpool and CNS actually had their game ended early, which is the first time in our athletic director, Tim Bednarski's career, that he's ever seen that happen. It just shows how fierce this rivalry is, and sometimes these teams do get chippy, as neither team wants to be embarrassed because the whole school you're representing in each game.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely representing the whole school in a Star Wars matchup. CNS is 4th in the league, in the Metro League. Liverpool's 6th, trying to find their first win. And down by 5 with 11 minutes. Just, keep going. I say it's a game of runs. I've seen it happen before. I've been on both ends, win and loss. Just keep playing your brand of offense.
And that one's fired past all of the Liverpool offense, and it will be CNS ball.
Now, Rob and Riley, this is CNS only 3rd game, their 8th game of the year, 3rd home game here playing at Michael J. Bragnum Stadium. They're currently 0-2 with losses against FM and West Jenny, respectively. We were all here for the West Jenny game. Heartbreaking loss. Let's see if CNS can come out with their first home win and impress the fans on senior night tonight.
And how about Nolan Firth really stepping up here on offense, and Anthony Cimino going all the way out to the 45 to receive this ball and finds his way down the wing.
Cimino has played in so many more lacrosse games. Him and Firth have played in so many more lacrosse games than anybody out on these sidelines for players. I can't talk about the coaches because we know their history. But for Cimino and Firth, their IQ is just so high compared to these guys. We saw in the first quarter somebody gets doubled. Sacco got doubled in the corner. They had to call a timeout. They come out of it and CNS forced a turnover. Cimino, you saw, it's just a simple play, but he just keeps running to green field, and he keeps just running. He doesn't let the double come to him. That comes with playing in a number of lacrosse games.
And we see Mason Blakeman working around and finds Ian Leahy up top.
We see here, if I'm CNS, I just want to keep trying to spread out the zone even more. Make the Liverpool defense make a mistake. Give you the hole to get that easy shot. I wouldn't be forcing shots right now. You have a 5-point lead, 9 minutes left to go in the game.
I like this matchup, Martin and Toscano. Martin's now drawing a defensive stick.
We see it looks like Leahy will get the honor to get the short stick and Nick Toscano, as he does.
Leahy steps inside.
If I'm Toscano, I'm totally taking away his left hand. I'm giving him the whole right side. Make him beat you with his right hand.
And Elijah Martin fires, and it's a great save by Owen Sellinger.
Just want to bring up, Rob, there's 4 more Owens in the stadium tonight. We got 3 Owens on this Liverpool team, and Atchie, Salinger, and Michaud, and then Owen O'Keefe up here in the booth myself. Probably many more out in the stands as well. Very odd occurrence.
Is Owen a popular name?
I don't think so.
Owen might be a popular name here in the 315.
It definitely could be a popular name. I have no idea.
And we see Jalen Graham goes up to Nick Toscano, back to Jalen Graham. It goes to the X. Liverpool really taking their time with their offense here.
Which you do not want to do. You have to come up with 5 goals in just under 8.5 minutes. 5+ because you never know if CNS is going to score or how much time you will have left. I would try to get a quick shot here, but no, you don't want to force one also.
Beautiful matchup. Move the defense.
And Jalen Graham with a beautiful finish. He finds it at the 20-yard line and fires one low right into the back of Giovanni Heater's net. That is just what you need if you're Liverpool. It makes it CNS 9, Liverpool 5 with 8 minutes and 13 seconds left.
Yeah, like I was saying, Liverpool needs to get a shot there on that possession. They get one just under 15 seconds after me talking about it. Jalen Graham rips one into the bottom of the net. Gets Giovanni Heater going one way like Liverpool's done many times. Gets Gio going one way, and Liverpool shoots at the other, and they rip the other goal in, making it 9-5 with 8 minutes left in this ball game.
And we see Tanner Lawn fighting for this face-off.
I mean, to stress my points, Liverpool, play your offense. Work the ball around. Get everybody involved.
Goes to Gavin Kenna up top, who fires one.
Not a bad shot.
And it will be Liverpool ball as they're there for the get-back.
I'm loving the fight I'm seeing these Liverpool Warriors because some people, if you see that you're down 5 going into that fourth quarter, you might just try and relax, get through these last 12 minutes. No, these Liverpool Warriors, these young Warriors, have the fight for this game, trying to make that comeback, trying to make a statement in this league.
There is a lot of lacrosse left. 7.5 minutes, that's a lot of lacrosse, especially when you're actually doing good on the face-offs. Toscano's a right-handed player.
Toscano looking to find his way across the front of the goal. Liverpool electing to slow things down again as we see.
Nolan never bit on that fake. Lift up on the hands.
And it's finds inside, and it's missed. Joseph Sacco missing that one, but it will stay Liverpool ball.
That was a great looking pass from the Liverpool Warrior to Sacco. The behind the back gets a nice crisp one to Sacco, just misses the goal. But hey, they got the ball back. Let's see what they can do here.
If I'm CNS, I'm anticipating where the pass is going to go. You know Liverpool's best players. You know who they want the ball in their hands. I mean, this is no secret.
You see Nolan Firth playing some very tight defense here on Clothier.
That's not a... I'm not even being biased. Being a CNS, that's not a flag. That was great. That was a great defensive play on his hands, on his stick.
CNS has got to watch out for 3 players who are leading these Warriors in goals. You got Clothier with 18, Sacco with 15, and Jackson Furr with 13, who has been relatively quiet tonight.
And we see Caleb Martin and Jaden Greco step in as Nolan Firth will take a 1-minute penalty.
Called for the slash there.
We also see Elijah Martin step in, which I think personally is very smart. He's a quick player and can really work up top and, you know, maybe even mark 2 guys if you really need him to.
Well, if I'm Martin and he did this previously, I'm locking off Clothier. I'm locking him off, and he's electing to lock off
Number
Osbeck.
11, Dominic Osbeck.
Liverpool really needs to capitalize here with this man down. They already got that 1 goal. They're trying to build some momentum. Go on that bit of a run like Ryan's been talking about all night. Lacrosse is a game of runs.
Osbeck has not had a stat tonight.
We see Giovanni Heater with another great save.
But if you're going to lock off a player and do it good. And Martin's an elite player, so.
Like Rob's been saying, Elijah Martin is that Swiss Army knife. He can play offense. He can play defense. You tell him what to do. He will be there with that short stick.
See, it's smart because you know everybody on Liverpool's offense needs to touch the ball on that man up. It's on point as literally almost their whole team comes off. And locking off a player can make you, as an offense, kind of nervous, not knowing what to do. You know, we've never done this before. We've never seen this before, and CNS just forced a turnover.
And we see Caleb Martin and Jaden Greco step off as Ian Leahy and Michael Kohler will check in. Giovanni Heater carrying it across half field.
Throw it.
The goalie is still going over the 20.
Inside. Senior night goal.
And a timeout from Coach Nick Gatto. Probably a very smart timeout as Giovanni Heater tried to go all the way. Something you love to see, the goalie really making a run on offense.
Trying to make a statement on that senior night, Rob. That goalie trying to get that one goal of the year for his senior night. Trying to get that one lacrosse goal of his high school lacrosse career.
That's not a good timeout.
I have seen, I'll tell you guys a story at this timeout. One time in my life has there been a goalie that has scored in a college lacrosse game. I was fortunate enough to attend a Cornell versus Albany, two highly elite teams at Cornell, and the Albany goalie went coast to coast and scored a goal. But that's not the point of my story. The point of my story was I was actually going to get ice cream. As that time happened, I've never, ever seen a goalie go coast to coast in my life of playing lacrosse and score. But I was there.
Giovanni Heater almost did it there. Possibly could have scored if Nick Gatto didn't slow him down. I'm sure when we talk to him after the game, he'll say, hey, I was about to put that one away, but Coach called it. So we'll definitely have to talk to him after the game about that one. But it's always fun to see the goalie run his way upfield.
Now, that wouldn't be the first time, Rob, we saw a CNS defender, not necessarily a goalie, but a defender go for the coast-to-coast goal. In that home opener against FM, Nolan Firth went coast-to-coast for the goal. His only goal of the season was that coast-to-coast.
Yeah, he's a great player. He really is. A Hobart commit.
There's just so many athletes on the CNS field. I love to see it. I bet you if you threw them in many other sports, they would do perfectly fine. But, hey, lacrosse is their game, and they're showing that tonight with that 9-5 lead so far with 5.5 minutes left to go in this second half and the game.
And we see Ian Leahy start things off for us as he finds Mason Blakeman. And play will resume. CNS really stretching their offense right now, trying to get Liverpool to step out of that zone.
CNS stretching the whole field. You see Giovanni here taking a few steps up, trying to prepare for if Liverpool gets that fast break almost, trying to get a stop.
And Mason Cicerelli pushed into the back of the net, but it will be Liverpool ball.
If I'm Cicerelli, I'm moving that ball up 4 with 5 minutes left. I want the refs to actually call a stall on me. I'm not going to the goal with 5 minutes left up by 4 unless it's a really good matchup.
And Elijah Martin really bringing the pressure here, but Jalen Graham able to get away.
Now, if I'm CNS, I do not want to get lazy. I don't care if there's 4.5 minutes, like Riley has said. You'll cross the game of runs. Lots of lacrosse left. Liverpool can get a few quick goals, win a lot of faceoffs, and, hey, then they're back in this game. I would not get lazy. I would say keep that defensive intensity that you've had this whole game up on defense. When then on offense, not necessarily stall, but just try and pass the ball around, run that clock down.
And that one is fired over the goal, but it will stay Liverpool ball.
Yeah, Clothier hasn't actually had another matchup, and he just matched up against Kubala and took that. That was a good take. Protect your stick as you're running through, and he did that there.
We see Osbeck run down the alley. It's over Jalen Graham's head.
Oh, this is important to save it.
And Toscano.
That's a good hustle play by Toscano.
See Caleb Martin putting in some defensive effort. Elijah Martin running with Owen McCod.
Yeah, Ian Leahy is stuck on defense. If I'm Graham, I'm taking him out, give it back to him, and take him. That's a matchup you're trying to feed off of. They're literally giving you a matchup.
Yeah, if I'm Liverpool here,
it is.
I'd be saying Elijah Martin, he might not have a long stick in his hand or a deep hole, but he is a great defender, even with that short stick. So if I'm Liverpool, I'm attacking Leahy this entire offensive possession.
And we see Leahy step out here to Clothier.
Everyone's going to try to take Leahy.
Leahy getting passed around between the Liverpool offense.
But, Rob, the CNS defense, there it is.
And
they help each other out.
Like if you saw there, you could see
Caleb Martin comes away with it.
See Kubala and Nolan Firth rotating.
Pressure is coming his way. He's able to keep it. Fires it over. It's a loose pass. And, hey, there might be the benefit of Leahy there as he picks that one up.
You'll watch, right? Whoever Leahy is guarding, if they draw in, you'll see Kubala or Firth or Joe Green or Caleb Martin, whoever these deep holes are on the CNS field. You'll see them rotate in, just get there, step in for help.
Yeah, and Kubala just clear the ball, and you have to pop open for him right now. It's really important.
Kubala able to keep that one, but he's stripped. And that's number 24. Charles Petrunas steps up.
Elijah Martin's gassed.
And it finds the inside, but Giovanni Heater with another great save.
If I'm Firth, I'm finding an attackman, and I'm settling the ball, getting my offensive personnel, and I'm not forcing the ball.
And Nolan Firth takes it up the field and finds Elijah Martin. Over to Anthony Cimino.
CNS almost should not take a shot in these last 2 minutes unless it's a wide open layup. Like Nick Gatto said, we love taking those layups no matter how much time is left on the clock, no matter the situation. He loves those layups.
And Ian Leahy starting to work inside. And what a long defensive possession for CNS there. And they're able to keep Liverpool out of the back of the net.
Yeah, with Leahy on offense, I'm not shooting the ball.
And we see John Carter.
And now
just bobble that one, but he's able to keep it off the get back.
You can see Jordan Miller and Nick Ludwig getting ready to come in for the North Stars as they get a more defensive approach. Oh, it looks like CNS will have the ball.
Anthony Cimino to start things off.
Look for Salinger to come out of the goal on this play. There he is. But if I'm CNS, I'm still not shooting the ball unless it's wide open.
Like this one could
he
be
steps
here.
inside.
That's
Salinger
good.
Doesn't even elect to cover the goal there. Up to Mazzoli, who fires that one over the net.
That ball is long gone, Rob.
That ball gets stuck in the fence right next to the scoreboard. Our facility manager, Mr. Howell, will be happy that one he doesn't have to go search for.
That's those players. They're searching for that ball tomorrow during practice.
As Anthony Cimino finds Mason Blakeman. Mason working around the wing.
This is two things can happen here. If I'm CNS, I'm obviously trying to, kill the clock, but it could turn out into a slugfest right now.
Leahy steps up. The goal is completely open, and Leahy says, "Hey, let me just add to my stats a little bit. 48 seconds left in the game. Let me just put this one away, get another goal on the season."
Like I just mentioned, Gatto said if they have layups, no matter the situation, they'll take layups. You see there, Salinger nowhere near the goal, nowhere ready to try and get a deflection or a save there. Leahy just walks up, tosses that ball in.
I'll tell you guys
CNS the 10-5 lead.
I'll tell you guys a stat here. Leahy in their first matchup against Liverpool, 3 goals. Second matchup against Liverpool, 5 goals. Tonight, that was his first goal. Something to look at. You obviously have other people contributing on this CNS field. You don't need to have one player do it all.
You've seen great games from all these CNS attackmen and midfielders scoring the ball tonight as this game is coming to a close, nearing 40 seconds.
And you just have to play smart for CNS. Close out the game. You're up 5. Don't do anything careless.
And we see Nolan Firth fire that one up to John Carter. With 23 seconds left on the clock, we see CNS winning 10-5. The ball is fired up the field. Clothier to save it, and he just can't get to that one.
Rob, sorry to interrupt you, but that honestly just summed up Liverpool's night. Just in that one play. I mean, trying to clear the ball goes out of bounds. It was a tough night. There's a lot of positive things to take away from this game if you're the Warriors.
And R.J. Davis looking to move things forward as John Carter will take it behind the net. CNS still playing here. It's fired over Anthony Cimino as the clock will run out, and that ends the game. CNS 10, Liverpool 5. But make sure to stay tuned as we will be coming to you in a few minutes for our post-game show. Welcome back to Michael J. Bragnum Stadium. Just to recap this final score, it was 10-5. CNS taking the victory in the Star Wars matchup, and we apologize for the delay. The boys are, cleaning things up, doing some facility management. So we will be joined by Giovanni Heater and Mason Cicerelli in the booth, but for now, it's just me and Riley Kennedy up here. And Riley, I'm going to send it over to you just to recap the game quickly.
Yeah, Mason Cicerelli, the sophomore, I compared him to a video game. And what I mean by that is he takes shots that no other players in the league or the section are taking. And he does not fear anything, which that is so hard to coach. But, talking to players on this field, he's one of the most coachable guys you'll play with. And he listens to coaches. He fears nothing. I got the chance to watch, them play over at FM where he had 7 goals on Tuesday. He took a player on twice his size and went to the rack every single time. He fears nothing. He finished the night with 5 goals and 3 assists. Cimino finished with 3 assists. The 2-man game between Cimino and Cicerelli is just one of the best in this league, Rob.
It really is incredible, Riley, and it'd be criminal not to mention just how great Giovanni Heater has been in goal this season. Coming into the game, 85 saves. That's incredible. He's only given up 82 goals coming into this game.
Yeah, Gio Heater, the CNS goalie, he played a spectacular game, and he's really been playing real well during his senior season. Obviously, not having a season last year due to COVID, and he had never even played in a varsity game until this season. So he really, hats off to Heater for that, and he really has been playing real good, like Rob mentioned. Some of the keys to the game, if you guys have been listening to us, CNS really executed in the first half. Some of the keys to the game weren't hitting on all cylinders, but running the ball through Cimino on offense. The 2-man game between Cimino and Cicerelli, attackmen needing to ride hard and causing turnovers and press hard on good defensive matchups. We saw that a couple times with Firth and Kubala doubling the ball in the corner, Rob.
So we just got word that Mason and Gio will be joining us after their locker room talks. So we'll come back to you in another couple of minutes. You can always watch as we upload these games on YouTube after. So we will get a quick interview with them, and then we will close things out for the night. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching, and a special thanks to our athletic director, Tim Bednarski, our PR announcer, Daryl White, our spotter, Mr. Pilata, our facility manager, Mr. Howell, and our trader, Katie, who really make all of this happen for us. And once again, for Riley Kennedy, for Owen O'Keefe, for Kyle Marshak, our cameraman for the night, usually calling these games. Thank you for watching, and good night.